And joining us, Brian Kosmerick. Brian, exactly what is it that you do? I don't want to screw it up.
I am the principal at Hackett Catholic Prep.
There you go. All right. My old job. And
right, yeah.
Could have been. And also joining us, Emme O'Brien, a student at Hackett, correct?
Yes, I'm a senior at Hackett this year.
Senior at Hackett, all right. Also my old job. And we're proud that you folks are going to be joining us for Dollar Drive-Thru. And it became kids helping kids. And that's exactly what we want to do. We see kids drop off change from their piggy banks every year, and we tear up, and it breaks our heart, and things like that. So we're excited about that. We're going to take a quick break, but speak to the fact that it's still a very valuable opportunity, and it's an opportunity for everybody. Isn't that right, Brian?
Yeah, so when I think of Catholic schools, I kind of think of two things. I think of community, and it's the school partnering with the families and with the church to provide the best education for those students that are attending Hackett or St. Augustine or St. Monica, the three Catholic schools of Greater Kalamazoo,
right.
And just giving them the full opportunity of educating their mind and their soul, teaching them to be critical thinkers, servant leaders, and giving them the skills to be 21st century learners, which means
that's exactly the point that I make when people ask me what Catholic school was like. There was that certain something that I could tell that was missing from my public school friends, and I don't know whether it was attitude or a level of teaching or whatever it happened to be. And I know no aspersions want to be cast, but you guys are proud of what you offer the students, and that's why you do what you do.
Absolutely. And the other thing I wanted to hit on was just opportunity. Being, people think Catholic schools, maybe they're a little bit smaller in this area. The students that go to St. A, St. Monica, Hackett have, the same opportunities that public school kids do as far as athletics, activities, things like Science Olympiad, things like Robotics Club. At Hackett, we offer over 20 varsity sports that help, develop, the students and just keep, pushing them farther and farther along to be who they're meant to be.
Now, when I was going to school, the Catholic schools were, they were the parochial schools, but I think the perception back then was I'm going to use a word that's probably not appropriate, but elitist in a certain way. And I never felt that way because I had that comparison. I didn't think, I'm better than my friends who go to public school, but there was always that perception. But that's not the case anymore, right?
No, not necessarily. I think what we really stress in Kalamazoo is that, hey, this education's for everyone,
right.
And you don't have to be Catholic. It's just, what you want for your student. So I encourage parents to look at all the different schools and not just go based on test scores and college acceptance rates and all that, which most people associate with Catholic schools, but just get a fit. Think about, the principals, the staff, the teachers at each school, what feels right for them when they come and talk to us or go and talk to public schools. Because for parents, it's a matter of, you want to make sure you have the right fit for your son or daughter.
Right. You get to make a choice, and you can compare. And, we're blessed. We have great public school systems in the area, but there's that certain something that may be more beneficial to your kids.
Yeah,
and it certainly was for me. We're here with Brian Kosmerick and Emme O'Brien, and of course Emily Turner. Who is Hannah going? Where's Hannah at now?
Hannah's at St. Augustine.
St. Augustine. Okay, but we have Emme here now. You know what? Your principal, he can say all the things that he wants to say, and people may or may not think he's sincere. Well, of course he's sincere. But give us an idea what it's like to go to Hackett, and I'm sure you have public school friends as well, and you get to compare. And am I right, Emme? Am I right that there is something special at these Catholic schools?
There's definitely something special, and you can tell how much I love my Catholic school community by me being here in my uniform on a snow day.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, what's that about?
Yeah, wow. You're setting a very high standard.
You are.
Right? Very high standard.
But as I talk to my public school friends and kind of compare our education and our experiences, we truly are a family at Hackett and at St. Augustine, where I attended before. unlike anything I've seen with my peers in public school. Not only is it just true and genuine interest in your life from teachers and staff, but also other students. True interest and just drive to make each other better. And that's what I love about Catholic schools, is the family we are.
All right. I sense a valedictorian here in our presence. I don't know what that, but very well spoken. I'm very proud. That was very well done. And I'm a little intimidated, and I feel inadequate at this very moment.
You should. I feel a commercial coming on.
I think so. All right. Well, I like to hear that my opinion and my beliefs have been reinforced, and I don't necessarily need to justify my Catholic school education, but I always felt that it was something that I think would have. Without it, it would have been lacking in my life, and the friends that I've made, and the fellowship, and everything else that happened. And I look back on it fondly. First grade teachers, Sister Joseph was wonderful. I can't say enough about. Can you believe it? I still remember these.
Of course you do. They were influential in your life,
and that brings us right back to what we're talking about. If this is the kind of experience that you want your kids to have, that's a little bit better fit for your family or whatever it happens to be. And again, you don't have to be Catholic,
right? Absolutely,
and it doesn't matter. It's just a level of care, attention, and education. So there we go.
I love it. It's definitely a foundation for our family. So. They are being reinforced of what Mike and I are teaching them at home.
Yeah.
And I think Brian touched on that about working with the families. Mm-hmm. They definitely work with the family to reinforce the home values and help you to grow your child.
Well, I think one of the things that's lacking, we hear stories all the time, is the fact that the dynamic has changed. Where when my parents were going to parent-teachers conference and there was a problem with me, the hammer came down. Now we hear stories of parents going, well, it's your fault. It's the teacher's fault. They're not teaching or disciplining correctly, and they're not getting any help from home. And it starts at home, and that's the values that we have in our family. I am appalled when I hear stories that the parents don't care, and it's like, well, you take care of that. You teach them the morals and the respect and everything, and it's not happening at home, and it's a two-way street. It has to start at home, and that's obviously one of the tenets, if I may, of the Catholic school system. Now, here's the other important part. How can people get more information, Brian? If people listening right now going, I never knew that this was available to me, especially the non-Catholics, what do they need to do?
So they can either go to our website, which is csgk.org, or they can call 269-381-2646 and just ask for the business office.
There you go. Can they ask for you personally?
They can ask for me, yep.
All right.
If they're looking for high school, they can come talk to me, or come out July 13th and find me at the Dollar
Drive-through. That's right. That's right. Well, thank you all for coming in. And is it Mary?
It is.
Mary O'Brien, who makes some bad decisions when she listens to this show.
Yes.
I don't want to out her.
Her taste is being questioned
I lost
at the moment.
respect for her immediately when she told me she listens to this show. Now, thank you. You've got a great daughter. You guys have done a great job. Thank you, Emmy. Good luck with a valedictorian. I don't want to put any pressure on you. I'm just saying. You've got my vote. I don't know if there's voting. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, especially outside of the school. There's a lot of voting that happens outside of the school.
Well, get some Russians to help you maybe. Who knows?
Right, yeah, exactly.
I'll take it.
You'll take it. That's right. It's about that. And Brian Kosmerick, thank you, Brian, for all that you do and keeping the candle lit.
No problem.
The Kalamazoo candle, maybe. I don't know. Thank you. And Emily Turner, thank you so much for being the trailblazer.
Thank you for having us today. I like being here with you.
Yeah, I know. And isn't this week Catholic School Week? Is that right?
Absolutely. Catholic Schools Week.
And nobody's in school. How about that? Shouldn't every Catholic school week be like this, where nobody's in school?
I think she actually wanted to be there today.
I kind of wanted to be there today, but for my classmates, yes. Every Catholic school week should not have school.
Okay, there you go. She's running already.
Right?
See? That's right. This is my platform. That's the way it goes. Thank you all for being here. Stay warm.
The 1077